All right, guys, now we're finally at promises. So, just so you know, promises was invented because using callbacks asynchronously ended up being a huge mess. What's known as callback hell. Okay? Because if you put a function as an argument and then that function has another function as an argument, it's going to get really messy really soon and it's really hard to read. So they created promises. So what is a promise? It's just an object that's representing the eventual success or failure of an async call or operation. And as we saw, it can be customized so that different functions are called after successes or a failure. And these steps can be chained, right? So if you get a success call, you do step 1. When step 1 is done, it does step 2 and 3 and so on. And then a catch statement should be added at the end to handle server errors. Now, it's not required, but there's always a catch error in real life, okay? Because we need to handle our errors. Okay, this sounds a little bit confusing. Let me try to explain it to you in a little bit more simpler terms with some graphics. Okay, so if you look at my very artistic drawings, this is what a promise can be seen as. So this is you, this is a pizza restaurant. You said, hey, do you guys still have that pineapple pizza I love? Yes, I love pineapple pizza. The waiter says, I will check with the chef and let you know soon. Now, when you say, hey, do you guys still have a pineapple pizza? That's your link in the fetch. You are requesting something. This is a GET request. Hey, do you have pizza? When she says, I will check, that means your promise is pending. It's not resolved yet. So a promise can only be in 3 states. The first one is pending. This is before it checks the server. The second one, of course, is resolved. That means, hey, we do have the pizza. Or if it's not resolved, it will be called reject, as in, hey, we do not have your pizza. So right now, it's in the first step. The promise is still pending because the server doesn't know. But since this is asynchronous, and yes, all promises are async, since this is asynchronous, she can go to the next table and take their order while she's texting the kitchen to see if they have your pineapple pizza, right? So you're actually not holding up the whole restaurant while she's checking for the pizza. You can do something else and she can do something else, all right? That's the magic of async. All right, let's see what happens when she comes back. So 5 seconds later, let's see what happens. She says, we are all out of pizza. That means the promise is now rejected. All right, now, this function that says no, this function will only run when the promise is rejected. Okay, it's like our catch, all right, or on reject. So on reject, console.log, no. Okay, so then after on reject, we can do another .then chain, and then we can just run a function that makes you leave the restaurant forever. That's why it says leave angrily, right? Okay, I hope that was helpful. That's all promises are, guys. It's going to check something, then it's either going to tell you, hey, yes, or hey, no. And then depending on their answers, you can run different sets of functions. And you can run those functions step by step, thanks to the .then method, right? The .then method actually guarantees that it will not run unless the thing before it or the then before it runs first, okay? So you would never have any conflicting results with this. This is why promises are so cool and they're so neat, right? If you chain all your .thens vertically, it looks a lot better than you putting in a bunch of callbacks into arguments and then using brackets and all of that mess, all right? Hope that was helpful. Let's keep going.